Okay, today we're going to be graphing some inequalities, like y is greater than 3, x is less than or equal to 4. Hopefully you're looking at those and saying, well, one has a dashed line, one has a solid line. What makes the difference there? Well, let's find out. We have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to symbols. That's how you would read those. We could also just have less than or greater than. When we have the less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, we use a solid boundary line. That's because all the points on the line are actually part of the solution set. If we do not have the equal to part, if it's just less than or greater than, we'll then use a dashed boundary line because all the points are not a part of the solution set. They're not included in the solution. It's very important. Here we have another inequality. Notice the negative y. And it says to write an equivalent expression. Well, equivalent expression here would be simply to multiply by a negative 1. It removes the negative y, which is important if you're kind of going to use y equals mx plus b to solve it, or graph it, I should say. But it's also reminds you, hopefully, of an important point with inequalities. When you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip or reverse the inequality symbol. Very important, reverse it. So let's take a look at this graph. How are we going to graph this? There's no y. What do? Well, all this is saying is that x is greater or equal to negative 2. It means that x is always going to equal negative 2. I go to where x is negative 2 and I draw a straight line. Right through it. It is vertical. The question is, should that be a solid line? It does have the equal to part, so yes, it should be a solid line. Which direction do I go in? Well, if you look at this axis and look at it just like a number line, where are the numbers greater than negative 2? Hopefully you're saying to the right of that line. And there we go. We've shaded it in. All the points within the shaded region and on the line are part of the solution set. Alright, here we have another one. Y is less than 3. Again, there's no x here. You go to where y is 3. Now, should that line be a solid line? No, Miss Malone. No, because it does not contain the equal to. One of the ways my students have remembered this is just think of more ink and less ink. It takes more ink to write greater than or equal to with the symbol than just less than or just greater than. More ink for a solid line than a dashed line. I don't know. You have to come up with something, some way of remembering which one is dashed and which one isn't. Maybe you have a trick to remember it. How did I know to go below? Again, if you look at the y-axis here and just think of that as a number line, well, where are the numbers less than 3? That would be below the dashed line that you just created. So that's how that could be done very quickly. Let's look at another type of question you might be asked. Well, what points are included in the solution? So I'm just going to put a couple. What about negative 3, 0? Find negative 3, 0 on this number line. Well, negative 3, 0 would actually be over here. Well, that's not in the solid, in the shading, so that would be a no. 1, 7. Again, find where 1, 7 would be. That would be 1 and up 7. Well, it's not actually on the graph, but everything on that line, and they go for infinity. That's what the arrows mean. So that would be, yep, it's may not be visible on our graph per se, but it would be there if we continued the graph on. All right, let's look at the other one. Y is less than 3. Well, what points might be included in this? Let's see how you do. Is 0, 0 going to be included? Where is 0, 0? Right there. So that's a yes. What about 1, 5? Well, where's 1, 5? Go to 1, go up 5. Is that in the shaded area? 0, 0 definitely is, but 1, 5 is not. So if it is not in the shaded area, it would not be a part of the solution set. All right, folks. Well, I hope you'll be the sunshine in someone's life today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope this helped you, and you have a great week. You guys are awesome. Take care.